Hi everyone, so today we're going to review a new bottle, and it's a new bottle that was actually on sale. We don't get too many of those in New Jersey, but this one definitely was on sale, and we're going to review it now. We're going to review Old Scout 107 American Whiskey. This is a store pick. It is a Buy Right Select store pick, and it has a barrel number of 9764. This thing was on sale for $32. And it says normally the price was about 42. I'm not sure if maybe it was just marked up because this store does have high prices. But it was one of these red tag specials, and we went for it because I was very curious about this. Have had a previous one, which I'll talk about in a moment, but this definitely looked like a buy. So the deal with this is the following. This is 107 proof, as the number shows here. It is produced and bottled by Smooth Ambler Spirits Company, Maxwellton, West Virginia. Produced and bottled, but at least most of this is sourced from MGP, from what I understand. It says whiskeys in Indiana and Tennessee. You see Indiana, that's MGP. But I also understand they're using some of their own distillate. So the tricky part for me is, it says a barrel number, but it also, the very essence of this whiskey is a blend, which I'll explain in a moment. So I kind of take a step back from saying single barrel, but it is a store pick. It is a definite store pick. It shows the name of the symbol of the store here. And on the back, it shows a barrel number. So as you can see right there. So in any event, that's the deal. We'll get more into that. But bottom line is that it is a store pick. And what this is a blend or a union of two whiskeys. So on the one hand, 28% or so of the blend is a bourbon that is 60% corn, 36% rye, 4% malted barley, and the other 72% or so is an American whiskey with an undisclosed mash bill, figure at least 51% corn. But the American whiskey part is called that because technically it's not aged in new barrels, whereas the bourbon part is. So in terms of the age, and this is the other part of it, a bourbon portion is a 12-year-old bourbon aged in new American white oak casks, whereas the American whiskey part is 6-year-old American whiskey aged in recharred used bourbon barrels. That's the reason why this technically cannot be called a bourbon, and it says American whiskey on it because of that part that's technically, it's used barrels. In every other respect, this would be considered a bourbon. So, and that's the reason why that can't be. Now, previously I did have something from Old Scout from my friend Angry Irish Mac. That was an Old Scout 6-year-old store pick at 128 proof. I'm not sure if that worked the same way as this blend. I know I did pick up on that mash bill that I just mentioned before, but having the bottle, I kind of understand a little bit more about it now, and that's the way this works. And again, as far as single barrel versus blend, that's kind of up to debate. It does say a barrel number, but the very essence of this is a marriage of two different blends, as I described before. There's also no chill filtration in this one, so whatever you want to call it, I call it a buy, and I say, let's get this cracked open now and get right into it. And quickly, before we open it, you can see this label right here. It says hand-selected by Buy Right Select. That's where they put the store. I've seen that with Total Wine. They put the store that's picking it right there. And you can pause to read this from the back, and clearly it says barrel number 9764. Okay, so we had this poured up. By the way, that was a great cork pop. That was a great way to start. That was a wonderful cork pop, and I'm getting some very nice aroma out of this already. As soon as I opened up the bottle, and now it's in the glass. So it's a very nice aroma. Now something's coming back to me. When I reviewed the Old Scout from Angry Irish Mac, I remember there was a kind of a peanut scent that was in there. I'm detecting that on this too. That when you think peanuts, you're thinking Jim Beam. I'm thinking the Knob Creeks. Definitely getting that here, as well as vanilla caramel, but definitely a peanut smell on this one. But let's give this a taste. Cheers. And it's coming right through on the palate. Definitely peanut prominent. Oh, that's a nice finish. 107 proof. That's a very, very nice finish. Definite dose of rice spice. Now, last time when I did this, knowing just that mash bill, let alone thinking about the American whiskey part of it. But this 36 rye definitely comes through here. This is you can definitely taste a bunch of spice on this. Yeah, definitely a bunch of spice. And I'm imagining that the American whiskey pot probably has something in that nature also. But there's a bunch of other, you have the vanilla, the caramel, but definitely a peanut taste, and definitely rye spice. And for 107 proof, this is a really nice finish. And I'm sorry, I'm going to say this again. I think this one was a good buy. A store pick. You got 12-year-old, even though that's the minority part of it, you got 12-year-old bourbons mixed in with 6-year-old American whiskey. A store pick, barrel, whether you call it a single barrel or definitely has a barrel number here. This I thought was a good buy. And this is drinking excellent. And I also remember, I think I said also on that last review that there was some almost like a malt smell. Maybe I'm not sure what the degree of malted barley is in the American whiskey pot. Not much in the bourbon pot. This is a good one. This was a good buy. If you happen to see this, I would grab this one. I don't know about. I think there's a 99 proof, but this one right here, the one I had before, I'm definitely a fan of it. And I did hear just a little fun fact. The term Scout clearly actually is related to the fact that they were sourcing their whiskey or scouting it out. It's an interesting little fun fact. But this was a Buy Right Select store pick and a definite buy. Cheers. Take care. Thanks for watching.